What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Spare Change. Today I've picked up the Bose Soundtouch 300 wireless soundbar. Now I've never really been a big fan of Bose, but every time I've heard this soundbar, it always really impressed me. So I figure, why not pick it up? It's got to be better than my cheap Sharp soundbar that I currently have hooked up to my television now. So let's go ahead, unbox this thing, and run through the setup process. This soundbar retails for $6.99 just for the bar itself. It can be expanded by adding the Acoustimass 300 bass module for $6.99 and the virtually invisible 300 surround speakers for $2.99 for a full 5.1 surround solution. The soundbar has 7 individual speakers, 1 dedicated for center channel, 4 oval drivers for dedicated bass, and 2 phase guide speakers, which are essentially ribbon tweeters used to spread the surround information out towards the sides. Inside we have the soundbar itself, an accessories box, the remote control, manuals, more paperwork, cleaning cloth, power cord, optical cable, HDMI cable, and ADAPTiQ setup microphone. Around back are 2 ports they refer to as quiet port technology. They are used to enhance the bass from those 4 oval-shaped drivers. Here we have the 3.5mm input jack for the ADAPTiQ setup microphone, optical, and a micro USB input. On the other side are the power cable, Ethernet, and 3.5mm hardwired jack for the Acoustimass 300 bass module. And finally, we have the 2 HDMI inputs with 1 supporting ARC. They both pass 4K. The front of the bar features a wraparound grille and tempered glass top. On the left are Wi-Fi connectivity, TV, Soundtouch, Bluetooth, and link indicators. I now have a Sharp HTSB602 soundbar connected to a 65-inch LG. I picked up this because it was one of the few bars that was long enough to match the width of the TV. The Bose will look substantially smaller in comparison, but I picked it up for sound quality and not aesthetics this time around. In order to mount this to the wall, you're going to need the Bose WB300 wall bracket. Underneath the soundbar are 2 rubber feet that need to be removed to expose the mounting screw. The wall bracket package comes with a paper template to make mounting easier. Make sure you have a level handy. With the soundbar now mounted, let's go and do the ADAPTiQ setup. Here's the microphone that goes on your head. You can see here the microphone's on the top of the headband. The other end plugs into the back of the soundbar.
Welcome to the ADAPTiQ audio calibration system. Please make sure the headset is positioned on your head as described in the setup guide. To continue, press the volume up button. To replay an instruction, you will be asked to move to 5 different locations while wearing the headset. Choose locations that will be the primary listening locations for this system. At each of your listening locations, the system will play the following test sounds for about 10 seconds. Let's begin. Please move to the first listening location and remain still. Excellent. All the measurements are complete. The ADAPTiQ process is complete.
Here I'm going to test out the Logan trailer and see how it sounds. You can immediately tell the sound stage is a lot wider than my previous soundbar. It's got to be those phase guide speakers. Now if the bass is a little bit low, you can bump up the bass by hitting the bass button on the remote control and pressing the volume up key. You can see the indicators move toward the right and stop when you max out. For a small speaker, it puts out some very good low end. Now if you're having a hard time hearing dialogue, there is a dialogue enhancing button on the remote control. Just press it and the TV indicator turns green. Dialogue definitely sounds a bit clearer here. Now to turn it off, just hit the dialogue button again, and it turns from green back to white. Overall sound is very impressive for a speaker this size. App setup is rather easy. You're going to sign in with your Bose account. If you don't have one, then it'll prompt you to make one. Click Add Speaker. It'll check for updates, then ask how you'll connect to the soundbar. I'll use Wi-Fi. It'll ask for location access for local stations. Next, you'll go to Wi-Fi settings and choose Bose. Now go back to the app and hit continue. It'll ask for your Wi-Fi password. Once connected, you can now name the soundbar. I'll be naming mine Living Room since it's in the living room. Then a small tutorial will pop up. You can use the volume keys on your device to change the volume or slide up from the bottom to switch speakers, group speakers, change volume, or switch input sources. Alright guys, there you go. Overall, I'm pretty impressed with the sound from this speaker. It's got a very wide soundstage, a lot wider than you'd think from a speaker of this size. Now the bass isn't going to shake your room or anything like that, but it's got a very strong mid-range presence. Now if you're considering this soundbar, I'm pretty sure you're thinking about getting the Sonos Play Bar. And I can say for sure that this is the one to pick. It's got better bass, better highs, and an overall wider sound. It also supports multi-room audio within the Soundtouch app. Now the app is supported on both iOS and Android. Now if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you guys again in the next one.